What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. Look, we are here for part 2 of Rookies, the season finale. I mean, like you know what I'm saying? The whole thing is over, child. This is what I'm gonna say about part 2. I feel like the only reason why we had a part 2 is because we wanted to pull out the fight, because we know that was the most climatic part of the season. So the majority of this episode was about the fight, right? Um, Producer Markel, I don't know what y'all did in the second half that y'all wasn't doing in the first half. I don't know how many shots Fanning and company took. I don't know if they went outside and they partook in some other things. I don't know what had happened. But they was real hype this second half, okay? They was talking all over each other. They kept standing up. There was a lot of screaming. And I really couldn't follow a whole lot of it. If I'm going to be honest, I'm just being honest, okay? But we pick up with the fight. Now, Dior, I was with you when I thought you was the one that had put the damn picture in the chat, okay? But now that I find out that it won't even you, that it was Fanning, sir, why are you taking credit for shit you didn't do? Listen, Dior, the next time, well, I didn't say the next time because that's going to make y'all think I did it the first time. But if I ever decide to go rob a bank or do something nefarious, I am taking Dior, because Dior will take the rap. Dior will say he did it. If the police ask him enough times, he will just say, fuck it, it was me. Because that's what he said. He said that he took credit for the picture in the group chat because he got tired of them talking about it. Well then, Dior, I need you to go with me I keep saying next time like I did it first. I need you to go with me, and we need to go run a caper. And when the police have you in that room and they have me in this room, all I know is I just gotta hold out longer than you, because if they keep asking you enough, you gonna say you did it. Why are you taking credit for some shit you did not do? Then you ended up fighting over it. Sir, what? Meanwhile, we got Fanning over there who is still trying to figure out who told Mac about the group chat. Fanning, I'm gonna need you to do like Elsa and let it go. I don't feel like we ever gonna get to the bottom of that one, okay? That is gonna go down next to the Jimmy Hoffas and how did Stonehenge get here. It's just gonna be a mystery. We don't know. Mac ain't gonna tell us. Now, Dior had a problem with how the fellas acted. Trey and the rest of the fellas felt like Dior did not give an accurate replay of how the fight happened and occurred when he was talking to George and Trey. But basically, Dior felt like the guys didn't have his back. He said, listen, if I walk, you walk. If we fighting, if I'm fighting, I'm not saying you got to jump in the fight, but I'm saying you need to be there at the fight. And that is where Solo woke up. Now, it only took you through the whole season and the whole part 1 of the reunion, and we done got to part 2 of the reunion, and Solo said, motherfucker, I am here, and I have something to say. Because Solo was like, listen, let me explain something to you. You was acting like a mean girl. You was acting like a bully. You wanted that smoke. You got that smoke, and whatever happened, happened. Now, he didn't say that Dior lost the fight, but I feel like what he was saying was, you wanted the smoke, you got the smoke. Like, I don't understand. He said, what, you wanted us to jump him? And Dior was like, I'm not saying I wanted y'all to jump him, but, I mean, y'all should have just been there with me. So I felt like, and I understood where Quan and them was saying, like, we were shocked. Like, once our brain caught up with what was going on, we were out there and we were trying to break up the fight. But it just took us a minute because we were all in shock that y'all was really outside fighting. Now, y'all know in my review, I had said that in my review, that I had said, I'm not understanding why y'all wasn't breaking up the fight. But now that I found out that Dior is taking credit for some shit he didn't do, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it anymore. And I still love you, Dior, but child. So then Fanning and Dior, I feel like got a little spicy. Not Dior. Well, Dior too. Well, actually, Fanny got spicy with everybody. Okay, but him and Mac got a little spicy because Mac was like he really didn't have no smoke for Dior. He really showed up that day for the smoke with Fanny, but then Dior jumped in and took credit, and he never really got a chance to give Fanny the smoke he was gonna give Fanny because basically Fanny was the person he had a problem with because he found out Fanny was the one to put the picture in the chat. Okay. Glenn said the same thing about Dior. Was like, listen, you call yourself being mad at us or feeling some kind of way, but at the end of the day, you did that. Like, you did that to yourself. You created that situation. I don't know what you wanted us to do about it. And honestly, y'all, then they asked about why Quan didn't go on the group trip. And Quan, they were like, you gonna let, because they let T-Spiller, messy ass T-Spiller, ask some questions. He's so messy. But Quan was just like, I didn't go because I didn't want to answer. Me and Solo were not in a good place at that time. Some stuff had gone down. I didn't really feel like being around him. I didn't feel like having to talk to him. I didn't feel like being forced into a situation with him. And I didn't feel like having to talk about it all weekend and explain why I felt the way I felt. Quan, I feel you. I understand exactly why you did what you did. Like, unfortunately, you missed out on a trip that it looks like you probably would have had a good time. But if you and Solo were in a place where you just didn't feel like you needed to be around him, you knew he wasn't wrong. Like, y'all can sit there and act like he was exaggerating or he wasn't wrong. If Quan had showed up and him and Solo was sitting there not speaking to each other, Dior and Glenn would have spent the whole weekend trying to figure out why y'all not talking and how we can resolve it. And Quan wasn't in that space. Clearly, him and Solo done worked it out because Solo, did y'all catch that Solo kept saying that was his man? I don't know if y'all caught it. I caught it. Now, he might not have meant it. Might have been a little bit of that drinky drink. I don't know. But did y'all see that he claimed Quan like twice? That I caught. But Quan, you're not wrong. Like, I understood why you didn't go on the trip. It's unfortunate, and hopefully you'll be back for season 2 and y'all can do another trip this next season and make it happen. I feel like every time they talked to Mac, it was a riddle. So I don't really understand nothing Mac said. Because they asked Mac a question and he would describe the solar system. Like, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. I do appreciate that when they asked him who he thought won the fight, he didn't get into it. He didn't, he was like, listen, it was what it was. It happened. We're going to leave it there. Dior said that he don't have no beef with Mac, that they good, that he done resolved it. As far as Quan and Solo, Quan said, mind your business. He just said, mind your business. He said, y'all don't have nothing to do with what go on between the sheets in his home. I mean, I guess he right. It ain't none of our business. Then we had to talk about who the best twerker was. Listen, based on the evidence that was presented, I would have to say Solo. I would have to say Solo is the best twerker, okay? We brought back up the conversation at dinner about whether Fannin is insecure or not. I said it then. Like, I don't know about him being insecure, but I think it's ridiculous that you have a problem with your friend, somebody you dating being social media friends with your friend. I mean, listen, it's not real. It's Instagram. It's not real. You know how many people I follow on Instagram and I don't know them? I have never met them. I probably will never meet them. Fanny, let it go. It's not that serious. Let it go. But ultimately, that was pretty much the reunion. They asked who would want to come back for season 2. Everybody said they'd be willing to come back for season 2. We gave everybody their accolades. We found out that Dior is not single. I think somebody was trying to shoot their shot. Dior's not single. But that's pretty much it. Like, we got the majority of the meat and potatoes last week. I think this was basically they wanted to pull out the fight and really digest and break the fight down. But ultimately, it was a good season, you guys. Congratulations to all of you. I only got a chance to talk to a couple of the guys. My goal was to talk to everybody, but maybe I can still catch up with them, with the guys I didn't talk to. But definitely looking forward to seeing what you guys bring us in the future. Congratulations to everybody, and I will talk to y'all later. Peace.